Hi, welcome to Mrs B's Arts and Crafts. Today we're going to be making a kaleidoscope. If you haven't seen one before, they are something that you look through and you can spin colourful things around like beads or pom-poms or sequins, and it reflects inside the tube and you get to see all these pretty patterns. So let's get on with it. Okay, for your kaleidoscope you're going to need 2 empty used paper rolls. And I'm going to paint one of my rolls with blue paint. Okay, and here is my painted blue roll ready to go. Now, what you're going to need to put inside first is some rainbow card. Now, the rainbow card needs to measure 12 centimetres by 10 centimetres. If you haven't got mirrored card, you can just use normal white card and put tin foil on the top. Okay, and stick it to the surface just on one side. Okay, but I have got some mirrored card, so this is what I'm going to be using. Now what you need to do with this is take a ruler and put it right in the middle of your rainbow card and then pull it up against the edge of the ruler so it makes a nice groove, and then put your ruler there again and do the same with the other side. Okay, because what you need to make is a pyramid shape like that, so that when you look through it you can see all of the sides and it looks like a mirror all inside your tube. Okay, so that's what you need to do. When you've got your tube like that and you've done your card, you then need to put some tape across the top and place it inside your tube. Now, so it stays in the tube, if you get a bit of tape, okay, and just tape it to the underside of your tube and press it down really hard, this is the bit you're going to look through, okay, and spin round. And you can do this just like this if you wanted to. You don't have to add any more to it. This is perfectly fine, it'll work. Get some coloured paper or some patterned paper, hold it down over it and look at the mirrored card, and you'll see all of the patterns from the paper going round inside your kaleidoscope. But I would like to use it as a kaleidoscope and have some moving parts in there. So this is why you need your second tube. In your second tube you need to cut a piece. I've got one here actually that I've already cut, so I won't waste another tube, I'll use that another day. You need to cut yourself a piece of the tube about 1/2 inch thick. Okay, and then you need to cut it in half like that and then overlap it. Make sure you've got your shape still, and this then when you tape it will slot inside this part of the tube. Okay, I'm using clear tape. If you've got sellotape that will work fine too. And then just overlap it by 1/2 inch and stick it down like that. Okay, and you can see it fits in and it can move inside the tube, so whatever you put in this end it will spin and you will see it through your card. Now, in order to make it so that nothing comes through this bit into your eye, because obviously you're going to be looking through this and you don't want something dropping in your eye, it'd be very dangerous. So what you need to do is get some plastic sheeting. Now what I've got is, I always keep all the clear plastic packaging that anything comes in because it's got real sturdy plastic. It's a lot stronger than normal acetate, so if you've got some of this packaging it's perfect for this job. Okay, then what you need to do is put your tube on top of the card, draw around it and then cut your circles out. One slightly smaller than the other because I needed to cut it to make sure it fit in here. So once you've done that, when you've got your plastic cut out, okay, it should sit in there. It won't come out and nothing will go through it. Okay, so it's a perfect shape, but it just needs to be a bit smaller than the actual tube so it sits in. We don't want to put tape in there because otherwise it will block the view, so just make sure you cut it to fit inside like that. Then with this one that you've made, I've used the second circle of plastic and I have taped it over the top. Again, don't worry about the clear tape because you won't be able to see it. Okay, or you could just use sellotape if you wanted to. Now this is the bit that sits between the 2 pieces of plastic, and this part is where you can put your things that you want to look at. So I have got some sequins, and like I said, you could use sequins, you could use beads, anything that you like that's colourful really, and just put some in the edge, in the end. Now you don't want to put too many in, and they need to be able to move about like that, see, so that obviously when they're moving around you'll see the different colours. So there's my sequins ready, but I'm going to decorate my kaleidoscope a little bit more. So I've got some washi tape here. This is sticky tape that's been decorated. So I've got some silver. I just need to find the end. There it is. And because it's already pre-stuck, I'll just take that off, because I've just put a groove in that way. And I'm going to do it around this end of my kaleidoscope. Just finishes it off a bit, because obviously I've cut the tube and you can see where I've cut, so I want to make it a bit more decorative. And it also helps to hide your tape that you've stuck your mirrored card on, so I'm actually going to go round twice. I'm going to cut that there. It's a bit windy today, guys, so you have to bear with if something goes flying off my table. Okay, so there's my second layer of glitter tape. Just helps to finish it off, and it saves you having to paint anymore. And then stick that down. You can obviously do this before you start, but I wanted to show you how it actually worked without all of the decoration on to start with, because it's the main important bit. Decorating it's the fun bit, getting it to be safe is the important bit. You don't want anything going in your eye. And I'm going to put this pretty star one on the end. Looks a bit more like a telescope now, doesn't it? Okay. And that's that. And actually, I'm also going to decorate my inner bit as well, so that's not so boring. So that's that layer. Okay, so that's now looking a bit more decorative. Might put another layer on just so you can't see the cardboard at all. Obviously you could pre-paint this if you haven't got any tape that's decorative like this. You can stick sequins on it, glitter it, whatever you want to do with it. It's your kaleidoscope. Like I say, send your ideas in to Mrs B's at the usual email address, mrsbsartsandcrafts@gmail.com. And I will share your pictures with other mini bee crafters. Okay, so this again, this is a bit that's got the plastic in, and this, then you put this in here, and then what you do is you look through your viewfinder and you spin the kaleidoscope, and I know you can't see what I'm seeing, but it looks amazing. All of those colours are reflecting on that mirrored card, and like I say, if you haven't got the mirrored card, use tin foil, it works just the same. And because you've put protection in there with the plastic, you can actually hold it up at the light and look in the sun and see through it, so that you can see all those pretty colours. And I hope you have fun with your kaleidoscope. Join me again at Mrs B's Arts and Crafts. Enjoy and have a good day. Take care.